Hey guys, Ray here, and I wanted to quickly show you a new product called FlickDramatizer. Now what this is a huge series of filters that you can add to your videos. Things like blurs and night vision effects and distortions and old film effects. You name it, this one has it, and I'm going to show you how to use it in just a second. Most people, their video editors don't have a lot of filters. Some of the higher end ones have plenty of filters in there, but even those don't have all the filters that this has. So this is a really exciting product. So as you can see on the start screen here, we have the ability to do a wizard or advanced. Now the difference between the two is the advanced kind of gives you everything on screen at once, so you can play with everything all at the same time. The wizard allows you to do it in steps, which is a really full way to get through everything without having to worry about all the different buttons. You can kind of go one by one. So we're going to start off by showing you the wizard. And so we click on wizard. And you'll see in just a second, it's going to load the page up here. Okay, so on this page, you're going to see the ability to clear all the effects up at the top. You can select audio if you're going to add audio to this video. You can also choose your main video here. And you can choose a transparent foreground video or image if you want to here. So this would be great if, for instance, you were going to add, let's say, a logo in the corner, something like that. So, but what we're going to do is we're just going to load a background here. So I'm going to hit video, and I'm just going to choose a video here. So let's say I want to get something with some good contrast in it here. So something like this Miami video here. So we're going to open that up. And it's going to take just a second to process that. Okay, so our video has been brought in, so all we have to do is hit yes, and you'll see it starts to play in the window here. And so now we can start to have some fun with this. Now the first thing you'll notice is down here, you can add blurs to this video or blurs to the transparent foreground if you add one of those in there. We're not going to do that. We're going to do effects on the actual video as it is. So we're just going to hit next. Now this is where the fun comes in. This has a ton of really cool filters. Everything from things that are fun to things that are useful to things that just add really nice effects. So all you have to do to use any of these effects is just come in here and hit the enable button on any of these. Now you'll notice up at the top here that we have both animated and static. And the difference between those is when we turn on the animated, you'll notice that the actual effect is animated on top of the video itself. Okay, so for instance, we'll go back here, we'll look at this one here, and you can see it's got the water droplets moving down and affecting the video at the same time. Now, if we come over to the static effects here, these are just an effect that's going to stay the same throughout all of it. So for instance, if I choose this pixelation, it's just going to pixelate the whole video. So the pixels themselves are not moving. Okay. And that's the difference between the two. So inside the animated ones, you can see there's all sorts of really fun ones. Everything from film effects to lighting effects. Like you've got this crystal effect here. Okay. You've got VHS style effects. So it looks like an old VHS tape. Very, very cool stuff. Vintage television. Okay. VCR effects again. They've got old movie effects. And all of these things can be controlled over here. So if you want to change the speed, if you want to change the contrast, you can do that. So all just built right into this, very easy to do. You can add burn to it. I mean, how cool is that if you need to do an old film effect? Really, really neat stuff. And let's see, we've got old TV here. Okay. And all these TV noise. You've got LED TV effect. Distortion effects. Okay, I don't know if you can see that too well there, but it's got the old rasterized lines in there. And you can distort this more like so. Very, very neat stuff. And so fast. I mean, you just click that and bam, it just does it. Chroma effects on there. So all these nice little aberration effects. You've got arcade, which gives it a nice arcade television style effect to it there. You've got 80s TV, which gives you that nice, for those of you from the 80s, you know exactly what this dark band going down the screen is. You may remember that. 50s television. Let's turn that off here. There we go. Okay, so all of these effects can be added. Now, the cool thing is, as we add these in here, like you can see this effect here, well, we could add more than one. And in fact, we can add more than 2. Okay, so now we've got a layered effect that has this arcade. It also has the hexagon, and it's got the 80s TV. And you can turn any of these off to change the effect a little bit. So just really, really cool, the fact that you can add all these things into here. You've got this kind of supercomputer effect, so I could see that being used in a lot of different projects there. You got this retro loading thing. Okay, again, more VHS. And then we have film effects here, the old film. And this is actually a cool one that I actually really like. And you can make adjustments to this here, so it gives you this old look to it. You can change the vignette. Make it more negative. Okay. Just a very, very cool stuff. You get a lot of night vision effects. Okay. You've got more noise that you can add into these, and you can adjust all of those things to make them more or less transparent. You got your full night vision effect here. Again, you can adjust any of these types of things in here. Greenness. You can change the vignette. So all these really cool things that you can do right inside this. A lot of color effects, like these kind of psychedelic color effects there. Overlay effects. Rainbow effects. You got scan effects that you can add into there. And again, we've got multi-layers there. We can turn that off. There's the scan going through. You got these hypno effect and plasma effects. Glitch. This is one of my favorites again. Just kind of gives you this nice glitch, and you can come in here and you can make adjustments to this. Oh, let's turn that other one off here, if I can remember which one it is that's on. There it is. Okay, another glitch effect here. A digital glitch effect. Funky colors. I mean, just all sorts of really neat stuff that's in here. Here's a really neat one that I want to show you here, the eyes effect. So it's kind of got that Lord of the Rings looking through a demon's eye sort of deal there. Just a lot of fun stuff. This I call the Dragon Eye here. It's called Eyes Vision 2, but I call it the Dragon Eye. Up here we've got drawing paper, another one that I really, really like, especially for videos like this, and you can make adjustments to the way the pencil looks. I mean, just cool stuff here. You got the drawing paper look. You've also got these manga effects. So you can do some really cool stuff in here. Blueprint. I mean, how awesome is that? And then you've got your distortions in here. So if you want to come in and you want to add a distortion to it, you can do that. And it's kind of got that wave going on there. It's all sorts of really fun stuff. And you can see there's just a ton of them in here. And then we can go into the static effects again. And in here you can see there's a lot of different things, from blood effects on the screen to blooms. Now, if you don't know what a bloom is something that I used to use a lot in my videos, and it just kind of gives this glowing effect to the white parts of the screen and fuzzes them out a little bit. Very cool stuff. You got blur focus. Turn that off. There we go. Blurry. Okay. A blur hole, so it's blurred on the edges, and you can adjust all that stuff, the spot size. You got even more blurs down here. You've got chromatic aberrations. You've got color noise that you can add. And I know that's kind of tough to see in this video, I'm sure, but it just kind of gives that kind of that TV noise on there again. You can change colors to grayscale. You can do a sepia tone color, just like so. And you can adjust that down till you get something really cool with an old, kind of looks like an old film. You can add the static into that. So just a lot of really cool stuff in here. Bleach bypass, which is actually, You know, normally with programs like Final Cut Pro and Premiere, you have to pay a lot of money to get some of these color effects, like the bleach bias and all of that. Those programs can be hundreds of dollars a piece. So the fact that this does some of these things right in here, that blows my mind that it's kind of built right into this. But you can see there's just a lot of really neat things you can do inside of here. You see you can adjust all your colors in here. Adjust your RGB colors, like so. Your brightness, you got the dark, you got HSV, which is the hue, saturation, and brightness. You can come in and make adjustments on that. I mean, just a ton of effects in here. You can add all sorts of neat things in here. I mean, look at that. And it's so incredibly fast. The fact that you just click the button and it's there blows my mind. So this is just a really, really cool program that's going to allow you to do all sorts of great effects for your videos. And, you know, you can use this for creating clips that you're going to put into a bigger video later. If your video editor doesn't have a ton of effects, this is a great way to add effects. And it just does a really great job. Very, very impressive. If you're looking to add really cool effects very easily to your videos, this is the program you want to get your hands on. And of course, if you have any questions about this, please feel free to ask me. We got a lot of great bonuses down below, so check those out. And we'll see you on the inside.